First of all, here's a kid who is essentially a wannabe cop, and well marinated in the whole right-wing sphere of authoritarianism and copism, and he's hooked up with white supremacists after he killed 2 people and blew the bicep off another one, injured for the rest of his life, a 3rd person. Kyle Rittenhouse, with a big smile on his face, is flashing the white power sign as he's being photographed with a Proud Boy, with an openly white power group. I think that, frankly, the best thing that can happen is for this case to actually have a mistrial and start all over again with a different judge, a judge who does Donald Trump's campaign theme song as his ringtone. Did you catch this? I believe it was yesterday. The judge, during the trial, the judge's phone went off and it was Donald Trump's theme song. The judge's phone. So declare a mistrial, have a different judge, and have a different prosecutor. Instead of trying to knock down a self-defense claim, how about building a claim that this kid never should have had an AR-15 in the first place? He's 17 years old. He couldn't legally have an AR-15. He couldn't legally possess it. He carried it across state lines. He showed up at what he thought was a riot, and at a protest, or both. I mean, whatever you want to call it, he showed up there with a rifle. And that in and of itself is a crime. Why is he not being prosecuted for that? And then in the process of committing that crime, he, by the way, committed 2 murders. Now, I'm not a lawyer. Maybe a lawyer out there can tell me where I'm wrong on this, but basically, Rittenhouse's entire defense is, I was a volunteer cop, and he's using the same defense that police who are accused of killing people in the line of duty use. He literally had memorized a number of these things and said, over and over and over again when he was testifying that, the guy that I shot reached for my gun. Well, cops say that, right? I was afraid for my life. Cops say that. That's the justification for pulling the... I fired until the threat was eliminated. That's like cop speak. I just used force to defend myself. Cop speak. I used the legal amount of force authorized to protect myself and others. Mortos has a great thread about this, by the way, over at Democratic Underground right now. And I agree with Mortos, by the way, and he notes. He says, "Can you imagine how quickly a black 17-year-old carrying an illegally obtained assault rifle would be convicted of murder if he went to a right-wing anti-vax protest and shot anybody who tried to disarm him?" In fact, Rittenhouse was the criminal. He was illegally in possession of an AR-15. Somebody grabbed it and tried to disarm him, to take it away from him, and he killed them. The person who tried to take away his gun was actually the one who was trying to prevent violence. He was trying to take away Rittenhouse's gun.